Lake Martin Creamery is your go-to spot for cones, shakes, blasts, sundaes, ice cream cakes, hot dogs, and more. Stop by and see us at the coolest place at the lake, where we put the cuss in custard. Located at the corner of Highway 49 and County Road 34, around the corner from Lake Martin Pizza.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Tigers Den. We are here at Miller's on Broadnax. I got my buddy Josh Patterson here, and man, it's so great. This is a great facility, Josh. We just thank Dennis and his staff for letting us come here to have our Tigers Den show.
It is. It's good. Like we say every week, man, come on out to Miller's, get you something to eat. Man, there's nothing on the menu that's bad. You'll enjoy the fool out of it, I promise you.
Absolutely. Well, Josh, let's recap last week's real quick. We got an 0-4 start.
Right.
Again, that's not really where we want to be, but there's still good things happening in the midst of those losses.
Right. Now, you know, right now we're kind of like a woodpecker in a petrified forest. You know, we just have to peck away and just look for opportunity.
That's right.
You know, so
that's right.
It is. There's opportunity out there. We got some guys that are playing their hearts out, and that's all you can ask for. The coaches are coaching, guys are playing. There are some things that we could do better on execution. Of course, you know, every play is designed to score. But we've played against some studs this year, and I know we keep saying that. Randolph County,
they had a great defensive line.
They did, and they ran that wishbone, and they overloaded that left side right there, and it was just hard to stop.
Yeah, it is. And you know, our guys are, like you said, they're fighting hard. They're working each week. And look, and if it was a secret, you know, do this and it fixes everything, right, it would already been done. It doesn't work like that. It takes just repetition.
That's
like
right.
you said, keep plugging away, keep pecking away at it. And before you know it, we're going to put it together one night.
That's
it's
right.
going to be spectacular.
That's right.
And it's going to be awesome.
That's right.
Well, listen, we thank y'all for joining us tonight. And we got a good show planned for you, so we'll be right back.
All right.
Are you looking for a reliable and experienced laser engraving and cutting service? Look no further than AMJ Laser Works. With top-of-the-line equipment, we can bring your ideas to life with precision and perfection. Contact Chris Martin today to see how he can help with all of your laser cutting and engraving needs.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Tigers Den here at Miller's on Broadnax. I'm excited tonight. We got Chris Martin here from AMJ Laser Works. I know you guys have seen this commercial, you've seen us talk about him, but we got it here. We got Chris here to hear it from the horse's mouth. So Chris, if you don't mind, when somebody says Laser Works, some people may not know really what that is. So tell us a little bit about what you do and what kind of products you offer.
Basically laser engraving, laser cutting. I can cut different things with a laser. Making, I guess it's kind of like an arts and crafts thing.
Yeah,
more or less. I had to find me a hobby when I got out of the Army. So I retired as a first sergeant in the Army, and I said, I got to find me a hobby. So my wife bought me the laser at first. She messed up buying me the first one. So she bought me the first one, and then it turned into quite an expensive hobby because I kept acquiring more and more equipment to do things faster, do things more efficient. Right. And it just kind of a hobby that kind of turned into something that I just took off with.
Yeah. Well, these are some of the products that Chris is. Here's some of the tags that he's made for us. Turned out really great. It takes, how long does it take to make one of these tags?
Well, laser engraving, it's a pretty complicated process depending on what kind of machine you got. Some of them you can do it a little faster than others. Some of it you can. It just depends. You got Gantra lasers and Galvo lasers, and it's a lot of technical stuff. I won't bore y'all with it,
but a lot of lasers.
But yeah, you can do all different kinds of things. It just depends on the material, how deep you want to engrave it, and how precise you want to be with it, because you can set the resolution on it. We can even engrave pictures. If you got a black and white picture or either a color picture that you want to engrave on something, I've made Christmas ornaments for people with
that's cool.
a picture burned into the wood and then seal it, and it came out pretty well.
That's awesome. Well, so Chris brought us some of these today. You said these are acrylic, is that right?
Yeah, so these are cast acrylic.
Cast acrylic, okay.
Get it in different colors, and basically the laser engraves it. Like with this one, it puts a Tiger logo on there, DTN logo on the other side. It's cast acrylic. It's pretty sturdy,
and it's really light.
Oh yeah,
so you really don't know it's on your keychain. I thought that was really cool. And Chris has been making these Tiger tags that the cheerleaders have been giving out after the first quarter. As you'll see, it's got our DTN logo and got a tiger on the back. So the cheerleaders give those out the first quarter. So Chris makes those each week for us. But Chris, listen, I want to thank you personally. Chris, when he found out about DTN, he called us up and he wanted to be a part of it. He wanted to support this Dadeville community. So Chris loves this community, and we can't thank you enough. And if you have any ideas, I'm telling you, call Chris and just talk to him about it, and he'll almost make it come true. I can't make promises, but he'll get close to making it come true. And Chris, we thank you for your support for Dadeville Tiger Nation.
Most definitely. I'm glad I can help y'all out, sponsoring y'all this year, and hopefully I can continue on doing it next year.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Chris. Thank you.
All right.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Tigers Den here at Miller's on Broadnax. We're here on our segment. We're sponsored by AMJ Laser Works here. You just saw Chris come up and talk about the products that he offers. So give Chris a call for all your laser work needs and he'll get you fixed up. Well, next, this is our Tiger Streak Award, and this award goes to our Offensive Player of the Week. And we're excited tonight. Our winner is Benton Baker. Come on up here, Benton.
There we go, Benton.
There you go. Come on in here, buddy. Big senior.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, Benton, tell us a little bit about what position you play and what are your responsibilities in that position during a game?
I'm the center. And for those of y'all that don't know, I snap the ball to the quarterback to the best of my abilities. And my responsibilities is just protect the quarterback and protect the run. And as the center, it's my job to call out the defense and what they're lined up in, whether it's a 3-2 box or 3-4 or 4-2, just whatever we come up against, we block. You know, it's a challenge. It's a lot of responsibility, but I'm up to the task.
Awesome, awesome. I think Coach Baker's over there, so make sure you get all those defenses right.
Mm-hmm.
So, Ben, tell us, what's it been like coming back home to Dadeville after, maybe some people may not know this, but you were overseas and you came back to Dadeville. Sir. What's it been like coming back and getting to play football here for the Dadeville Tigers?
Well, overseas, I played a sport called rugby, and I'm not going to sit here and try to explain that sport, but it's a lot different than what I'm playing now. And it's definitely a transition, but it taught me a little bit about physicality.
Yeah.
And it's definitely a challenge learning a whole new sport and then starting it the next year. But it's been fun. I've liked football a whole lot.
Awesome. Rugby's pretty tough, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, tell us how do you prepare Benton yourself? How do you prepare each week for each game?
Well, each week they're usually running a different defense, and usually I'll look over film and figure out what they're going to run and what they like to do and who I need to watch out for. And over the week at practice, they'll throw that defense at us, and it's my job to figure out, call out what defense and figure out which stunts they're going to do and how we need to block against what they're going to do.
Right. Well, tell us, what do you enjoy most about playing center on the offensive line?
Well, I love center, but it's a whole lot of responsibility. You know, you don't really hear about it until you've got a bad snap or you miss a block.
Right.
And as a center, I love being the head of the line and just being able to tell everybody what to do. But as a center, a linebacker is just a center's worst nightmare when you're blocking your guy and then you see a guy blitzing at 90 miles an hour. It's a lot of responsibility, but I love being able to play.
It is. You're kind of like the quarterback of the offensive line, right?
Yes, sir.
Right.
I get beaten up like our quarterback does most of the time.
Well, how do you balance the physical demands of playing football with academics and other commitments that you have? How do you balance all that?
Well, as a student athlete, you always got to remember that the student comes first. And I've had a few coaches tell me, I'm not just saying this, I've had a few coaches tell me that the center's usually the smartest guy on the field. And I wish I I wish I could have lived up to that
Is that true?
expectation.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe at other schools, but as a student athlete, it's always hard to keep the student first. But I try my best. I try and keep up with my homework.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
It always looks better when you do that, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. So as a senior, what are your goals or aspirations for the remaining time you have left for this season?
Well, I'd like to get a couple wins on the board. That first of all,
Absolutely.
yes, sir. And I like to build a lot of relationships with these younger guys and be an influence. Yes, sir.
Awesome. That's great. I think that mentorship and building those relationships with those younger guys is really a part of setting the foundation for the future.
Yes, sir. I had a lot of guys, before my senior year that were pouring into me and teaching me how to be a man and what to do and how to play football. And I'm glad I get the chance to do that to some of those younger guys.
Absolutely. Well, before we let you go, Benton, what would you like to say to Dadeville Tiger Nation tonight?
First of all, on behalf of the football team, I'd love to thank y'all and everybody that's watching for what y'all do. This means a lot to us, this recognition. And we love y'all. We thank y'all for the support. And just keep at it.
Well, thank you, Ben. We love y'all, and thank you so much, brother. Thank you,
sir.
Hello, Tiger fans. We would like to thank Lake Martin Liquidation for their support of Dadeville Tiger Nation. They are located at 2834 Dadeville Road in Alexander City, Alabama. They have everything you need and something that you are looking for. Go see Candace and Lindsay and give them a follow on their Facebook page.
All right, welcome back to DTN. This segment's brought to you by Jackson's Gap Clay and Gravel. See Bradley Riddle for all your earth moving needs. Man, he can get it done. He's got all the state-of-the-art equipment. Man, he's a go-getter. So if you need it, Jackson's Gap Clay and Gravel. So this segment is the Tiger Ambush Player of the Week. That is our defensive player of the week. And this week we selected Markevius Wilkerson. Come on in here, Markevius. All right. All right, have a seat, bud. So, man, I'm glad you're here, buddy.
Appreciate it.
Man, you played pretty good Friday night. You wound up with 13 tackles when I looked at the stats. How does it feel to be the ambush player of the week?
Pretty good.
Good. So, it's Key, right? That's your nickname?
Yes.
Key. All right, Key. So tell Dadeville Tiger Nation what you do on the line. You're a defensive tackle, right?
Yes.
All right. So do you have any other jobs on the field?
Really? Is it really?
Just now, is that true? Because I see you get in a jumbo package as your fullback.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, yeah, when we need a few yards, they put the old big key in there.
Yes.
Turn that lock, baby. All right, and get the score. So, so what do you think contributed most to your performance last week?
Really just staying focused.
Staying focused.
Yes, sir.
Now, is it a lot more than just go to the man after the ball?
Nah, it really is. Do what you got to do.
Do what you got to do. All right. So how do you prepare week in and week out for each game? But say before the game, how does Key perform, or how does he prepare?
Like on the weekdays before the game, I drink a lot of water, hydrate. Before the game, we listen to a lot of music. So,
Right. Kind of get your mind kind of right. Yeah.
yes, sir.
Kind of clear the mechanism type thing, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right. So, so how do you feel your teammates played alongside you this week? Were there any standout performers besides you?
Yes, sir. Levi.
Levi?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I think Levi, he had 13 tackles as well.
Yes, sir.
I know that Corday, he always performs great too. And I know Easton had several tackles too. So, yeah, y'all really got after the ball, man. That was a really tough offense. That they went old school with the old wishbone and that overload,
Yes, sir.
left right there, man. That was tough. So, Key, can you talk about your personal goals for the rest of the season?
Really just staying focused and keep on. Hope we get a win.
Yeah, that's right, man. It is. I was talking to Clint in our intro, man, staying focused. We just got to look for opportunity, and we know that the coaches are coaching hard. Y'all are playing hard. It's going to come together. We're seeing things come together. It's just sometimes that's the way the cookie crumbles. But what challenges have you faced this season, and how have you overcome them?
Oh, we got to skip that one.
Okay, all right. So, okay, here's a good one. How has your coach influenced you, your development as a player? Do you have a coach that kind of stands out?
Yes, sir. Coach Harrison.
Coach Harrison. All right, yeah. I played with Matt back in high school. He was our center. He was a real good ball player. He was a defensive tackle too. He played at Alabama, so I'm sure that he's got a lot to teach y'all, and y'all need to listen to him for sure. And I'm glad that he's a standout coach for you, man. So that's really good to hear. So do you have plans to? I know you're a sophomore, right?
Yes,
all right. Do you have plans to play at the collegiate level?
Yes, sir.
All right. So you kind of got any schools you might be considering?
Really just in the school to get to me.
I got you. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, man. You keep on playing like you're playing, there'll be a lot of schools looking your way. Okay.
Yes,
You keep focused. So how do you manage your time between school, football, and other activities?
I really just got a schedule at the beginning of the week.
Right. Okay. So what advice would you give to the younger players, say the JV guys, some of the underclassmen that are playing right now? What advice would you have for them?
Stay focused and keep going. You keep working hard.
Okay. So got anything to say to Dadeville Tiger Nation?
Keep supporting us.
All right. Key, thank you, my friend. Keep working hard. Stay focused.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, man.
No problem.
Are you looking to beautify your property? Look no further than Jackson's Gap Clay and Gravel Company, owned by Bradley Riddle. We offer top quality dirt work, gravel services, and more to help enhance the look and functionality of your outdoor space. Whether you need materials for a landscaping project or are looking to create a new driveway, our team has got you covered. Contact us today to learn more about how Bradley and his team can help bring your vision to life. Go Tigers!
Hey everybody, welcome back we are live at Miller's on Broadnex here at the Tigers Den. This segment is brought to you by Lake Martin Liquidation. If you're not familiar with them, give them a follow on Facebook. They sell all kind of goods. They got all kind of fall decorations that I promise you need and want. So give Candace and Lindsay a call and a follow, and they will get you fixed right up for this fall and Christmas season. So this segment is our Tiger Spotlight, and we got our senior back here, Benton Baker, so that you guys can learn more about Benton. So kick us off, Benton. Tell us a little bit more about your family's football history here at Dadeville and how that has impacted you.
Oh man, I got a whole lot of history. I don't think I ever had a choice to not play football, even if I didn't want to. I don't know a man in my family that hadn't played football. My granddad, he's a coach right now, and he coaches special teams. So now I'm on every single special teams that Dadeville has to offer, and my little brother too. And it's been an experience being able to play with my granddad as a coach. And my dad was a quarterback. I don't really know what my granddad played, but I think he was pretty good from what he tells me. And there's a whole lot of family history in Dadeville, and I love it.
Awesome. So you mentioned overseas earlier in our streak edition. So because I know you and your family, tell us when you lived in Israel and London, maybe what y'all did there, but how did that prepare you for the man you are today?
Well, I mean, overseas as a missionary, you learn a lot about yourself and a lot about other people and other cultures. And it definitely taught me how to be a man and how to be a man of God, more importantly. And I feel like that's played a crucial role in being a mentor to the students around me and the other athletes, and just being a light in what's typically known as a dark place. And just being the mentor that I wish I had.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
If y'all see Benton, he's got a fan club out here, so everybody's waving and cheering him on. So So what are some personal goals that you have for yourself this year? Sports, do you play multiple sports, and then
Yes, sir.
academics? Are you trying to get to a certain place academic-wise, or tell us a little bit about that?
Well, yes, sir. I'd like to go to Auburn, and it's not going to be on football. I hate to break it to you, but it's probably going to be academically. And I play a lot of other sports. I play fishing. I'm on the fishing team, the golf team, wrestling team, and the football team. And I want to be a mentor. It's like an influence, what I wish I had, and just pour into all the people around me, not just on the field or on the court, but also to the people in the classroom with me. Yes, sir.
Awesome. So outside of sports, so you talked about fishing. I'm sure you like fishing, but what are some? Well, you don't really have a choice in that either, do you?
No.
But what are some other hobbies that you have that we may not know about that you want us to know?
Well, typically when I'm not playing football or when I'm practicing, I'm either working or playing golf with my buddies. And if I'm not working, it's usually going to be playing golf with a couple guys on the team. The few select people that can play golf, they're usually playing golf together. Yeah, I love to do that. I'm on that football game on the PS5 that all the kids my age are playing.
Awesome, yeah. I can putt pretty good, pretty decent putter, but man, when I drive, I got a baseball swing, and so it's really bad. It's embarrassing, so I don't get out there. I try to
being the self-pronounced best golfer in Dadeville High School, it's my job to teach all my other guys how to play and get them into the game.
Yeah, well, that's awesome, man. Well, what's some things you like to do on the weekends?
Well, if I'm not working with my buddy Levi, I'm typically at church every Sunday. Not typically, I am. And when I'm not at church, I'm working or I'm playing golf. Or I'm fishing. It's my top three.
Well, if you want to answer this question, what's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you?
A few of the most embarrassing things, actually. I don't know. I've had a pretty good experience at Dadeville High School. In terms of just doing the wrong thing on the play and getting called out on it. That's about as embarrassing as you can get on the football field, is when the coach gets in the grill about something you did wrong. Yeah. I love when we watch film and coach asks me what I did there after doing something silly, and I'm like, Coach, your guess is about as good as mine. I don't know what I was doing there either. That's about as embarrassing as it gets.
Yeah, I remember those days in the film room. Those can get embarrassing.
Offensive lineman film is just not something you look forward to. Doesn't matter how good your day was. You do good on a play, and they'll end up skipping that play. That's typically how it goes.
That's right. Well, just some fun questions here, Ben, before we let you go. If you had to only eat one food or meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
I'll probably go more in depth on this question than I have on any of the other questions. But typically, you don't want to pick a food that you really enjoy, because you'll learn to hate it, as you eat it forever. So you eat something probably plain. I'd probably go with just a good sandwich, probably a bit like a BLT.
BLT. Avocado or no?
I hit the occasional avocado if I can, okay. But if it's forever, I don't know. I'd have to dice the avocado.
Yeah. Little mayo or a lot of mayo?
Little. I'm not heavy on the mayo. That's something that I can't handle.
So, if you had to trade places with any celebrity, who would it be and why?
If I had to trade places with a celebrity, I feel like I already am a celebrity. But if I had to change places with a celebrity, it'd probably be our drum major. Mary Gold.
Mary Gold, okay.
She's living the life right now. She gets to stand on this big old tall platform, and I promise not the only reason I'm saying it's because she's standing here watching me. But yeah, that's probably be it.
Oh, that's great. Well, last question, Benton. What would your perfect vacation for you look like, and where would you go?
Well, coming from a missionary, I've had my fair share of vacations, and I don't know if I'd want to go anywhere if I could. I'd probably just stay on the lake my whole life if I could. But if I had to leave, I'd probably end up going back to Italy, where I spent a little time. I loved Italy.
Pretty cool place.
Amazing.
Good food?
Good ice cream.
Good ice cream?
I don't know if anybody wants that information, but they have good ice cream.
And good BLTs.
Great BLTs.
Yes. All right. Well, Ben Baker, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it, and keep working hard, brother.
Yes, sir.
Thank y'all.
We get it. Easy isn't always easy. A simple paint job turns into drywall quick. At Russell Do-It Center at Building Supply, we got you covered. With 9 locations across Central Alabama, contractors and do-it-yourselfers can trust we have your back. Our experienced staff is here to be the voice of reason when projects get tough. Whether online or in store, Shop all the best brands with our Best Rewards loyalty program. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply, local since 1984.
Hey everybody, welcome back to DTN here at the Tigers Den. We're here at Miller's on Broadnex. This segment's brought to you by Lake Martin Creamery. Head on down there on 49 South to Lake Martin Creamery for all your dessert needs and yummy food. They got hot dogs. They got I think oatmeal pies.
Yum.
All kind of homemade stuff. So head on down there, guys, and get you a sweet treat. I promise you won't regret it. Well, Josh, we got a bye week this week.
Right.
So I think it's a real crucial week for us.
I do too.
To heal up.
Yep.
Some nagging injuries.
Right.
So I think that's going to be good for our guys to
But also, resting up, but also get a little extra reps.
That's right.
Too. Like Matt talked about earlier, they're still getting stronger throughout the process there. So that's some little extra reps that they're able to do. A little more game planning for upcoming Reeltown, and so it is a much needed week for sure.
That's right. And you mentioned Reeltown, and that's our big rival. That's our game that we're looking forward to, and
hadn't played in 2 years.
That's right, 2 years, and so it's going to be. I think it's going to be a huge night. And I just want to encourage all you out there listening to make that drive to Reeltown. Go down 49 South, and let's pack out the stadium. Let's make it loud, and let's show the support for our Tigers.
Amen. That's right. It's important. That 12th man is very, very important, and at least show the support to the kids, the coaching staff, and all they do. Man, they're out there playing for you.
That's right, and thank you so much for those that are tuning in to our broadcast on Friday nights. Josh and Chris Giddens there, and Chuck Blake is running our audio sound engineer for us, and so we thank Chuck and we thank you guys for what you're doing on Friday nights.
Yeah, it's been really fun.
Yeah, I know it has been, and just thank you guys for tuning in, and tune in next week. We're going to have a little different show if we can work it all out on our bye week, so we're going to have some different folks. So thank you so much for your support, and we'll see you next week.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.